This is the Say It Can't Gamer, and you are live with the MMA Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA Holes, MMA Holes, MMA Holes, MMA Holes, MMA Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA Holes, MMA Holes, MMA Holes, MMA Holes, MMA Holes.
Boom, 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 boom.
No way.
Oh!
From the Queen Studios of New York, Frankie Edgars' faces rearranged, UFC news, and other stuff. With the MMA Whole Hour and the MMA Holes. Yes, we got it right. We got it right. This is the second start of this dysfunctional show, episode number 20 of the MMA Holes Hour. Now, hopefully you guys can hear me swollen sexy right now in that chat. Hit me with the ones if we're good for the restart of the show. I don't know what happened. That was insane. I'll just cut it out and we'll process it tomorrow. But yeah, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? I'm trying to fix these audio issues. I'm having a lot of audio issues on the show because I am the host, the producer. I'm everything. I'm everything over here. But we're here. We're live, and it is indeed wonderful, wonderful. It's good to have everyone here today. We got 55 watching. I see all of you. I mean, we have a long, sexy show tonight, all right? A long, sexy show tonight. Joe Mackenzie's like, no sound. Stop doing that. Let's see. Oh, fuck. If I have no sound, I'm going to cry. Nah, I have sound. Stop that. Stop that. All right. Everyone's got the ones. Everyone's saying no sound, no sound. We're good. We're good. We're swole. We're sexy tonight on the MMA Hole, so it is wonderful, wonderful. All right, motherfuckers. We're going to have the phone lines open later on. We're going to be doing some fun stuff. We're going to talk about the UFC 222, which was complete shit. It was complete shit. I don't give a fuck what you say. Some people actually argued with me about UFC 222. We're going to talk about that card in depth tonight on the MMA Holes. We should even pay attention to that shit show of a card we're going to talk about tonight. Cyborg versus, yeah.
Who the fuck is that guy?
I don't understand. I don't get it. Now, this is the show you're watching over here. Check it out, the MMA Holes Hour. We are live, and it is indeed wonderful, wonderful. Frankie Edgars' face got flipped on the side. Yeah, it went wrapped around, and Ortega just did his thing. I mean, cracks him with an elbow, comes up, and just fucking lifts Frankie off of his feet and sends him to the moon. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous over here. But it is all good on the MMA Holes because, you know, it is what it is. Now, I see everyone saying no sound, no sound. All right. We heard you guys do this with Luke Thomas. It does not work with me. I have the sound over here so I could hear everything that's going on. So I get it. Ha. Ha. Now. All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're going to be talking about a lot of stuff this week. What's coming up in the world of mixed martial arts, the UFC. We're going to talk about Canelo Alvarez popping for steroids, or he's tested positive for something. We're not quite sure what the fuck that is. We're going to be talking about Hector Lombard and his crazy shit. We're going to be doing all that fun stuff over there on the MMA Holes Live. Let's look in the chat room, say hello to our friends. And before we say hello to our friends, congratulations to myself for hitting 1,000 subscribers. We are growing this community one fook at a time, and we hit 8K, motherfuckers. 8,000 subscribers. I can't even believe that we hit 8,000 subscribers in a year and a half. It's almost exactly a year and a half. We hit 8,000 subscribers. So now you say to yourself, what's next for the MMA Holes? I predicted that we would hit 15,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We may crush that. We may crush that over here. We are just going up and up and up and up, and shows are copying us and copying us and copying us. But it doesn't fucking matter because we are the greatest show on YouTube, and it's going to stay that way. All right, motherfuckers, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the truth. Brian Ortega fought this weekend on this card. Cris Cyborg versus Yana Kunitskaya. Brian Roy just says 16,000 at the end of the year. Let me know your guesses at the end of the year, what you guys think. But I don't know. I mean, I said 10,000 was fair. It was a fair one. That's what I wanted. And I was like, fuck it, we're going 15K. And now Brian Roy just says 16,000. So there you go. Kunitskaya versus Cris Cyborg, which, I mean, come on. The odds, you know, said it all over here on this one. A minus 1,600 plus 900 for Yana Kunitskaya. I mean, yeah, I guess you can say Kunitskaya she survived a crack and decided to take down Cris Cyborg. But Cris Cyborg, what I love about this fight is Cris Cyborg did vintage Cris Cyborg, and she crushed that can. That's what she did. She crushed the shit out of that can. She wasted no time. She wasted no time on Yana and just ran through the Russian. Now, credit to Yana for taking the fight, right? Why not? Why not go for it? But to get locked in a cage with a Cris Cyborg, a person that weighs more than you. Yana is a 135-pound fighter. Why? Why are you getting in a cage with this 145-pound beast who struggles to hit 145 pounds? It's just insanity. Cris Cyborg ran right through her, made quick work, and poor Yana went crying. Well, she didn't go crying. I mean, she made some money, and she's in the UFC now, I guess. I don't know. But Cyborg versus who? Cyborg versus who? I know what you're going to say. Amanda Nunes, right? But that's another 135er. You know, why can't we just get the fucking 145-pound division popping? Why isn't the UFC building that division? It makes no fucking sense. It makes absolutely no sense why they're not growing this division. It's garbage. It really is. 145 pounds. They made a division for Cyborg. Let's put some girls in there. Give Megan Anderson a shot. Now, I'm not saying Megan Anderson would win that fight, but give Megan Anderson a shot against Cris Cyborg, a true 145-pounder. Not Amanda Nunes. Come on, guys. I know you guys want to see Brazil versus Brazil, a super fight, but I don't want to fucking see a super fight. I want to see Megan Anderson. Give her another 145er. Let's see a real fight here. Even Holly Holm, right? Holm, I mean, she stood in there for 5 rounds. Good credit to Holm. But as that fight progressed, I mean, the hugging didn't last very long, and Cyborg did some work. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. For Cris Cyborg, let me know in that chat what you think. What should be next? A lot of people like to see Amanda Nunes, but I say no. I want to see Megan Anderson. That's what I want to see. We've got 10 more likes. Like the shit out of this video. We had to restart it, refresh it, and now we're ready to go. Let's make Bruce Buffer dance, motherfuckers. I've got 10 more likes. Fuck you, dislikes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS. Now, as much as we crack jokes about Cris Cyborg, as much as they crack jokes about me, the MMA Holds love me. Because me, Cris Cyborg, I am just wonderful. Wonderful. I'm the best female fighter in the UFC. I am Fook Ronda Rousey. It's all about me now, Cris Cyborg, and Ronda Rousey could lick my balls.
Lick my balls.
No one can beat me. I am unbeatable. I have man body and a defined, chiseled face, but it's fine. I am the greatest of all time. And she really is the greatest of all time. Cris Cyborg, I mean, seriously, she is a specimen. She's clean, and she's still powerful. She's still running over these girls. She's still doing her thing. So credit to Cris Cyborg. And, yeah, man, I want to see them build this division. I really want to see them build 145 instead of just throwing 135ers at her. 10 more likes. There we go. 10 more likes, motherfuckers. 10 more likes. Like the shit out of this. Cris, I want my genitals back. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. Fuck you, dislikes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS. Welcome to the MMA Holes. Welcome 8,000 fucking subscribers. It's a goddamn miracle that we hit this 8,000 subscribers. We're going to 8,100. We're going to hit that very soon. I can't wait. And we'll let the dragons loose. Can't wait till my sister slips and cracks her spine. This is Greg Owen Blaze. That's great.
Wonderful.
It's awesome. Cyborg versus a man. All right, Jay Smooth. This kid is hiding my genitals in her drawer. This is Steve Johnson. Cris Cyborg needs muscle juice. This is One-Eye Billy. 13 years undefeated says anytime. Yeah, Cyborg, I mean, come on, guys. As much as we joke around about Cris Cyborg, she's fantastic. She's a fantastic fighter. Now, here's my problem. If you're going to put Cyborg on a headlining card, it's a headliner card. You don't slap it together for this card over here. This card was trash. Okay, some of the preliminaries were good. All right, and we have the story of Mackenzie Dern, who, if you look at my Twitter, and my Twitter is bam at the MMA Holes. I posted on Instagram too, but Instagram took it off immediately. Thanks to Darth Bane and Tanner for revealing Mackenzie Dern's meat flap. That's right. If you want to see Mackenzie Dern's meat flap, just check out at the MMA Holes. Yeah, when she was taking down Ashley Yoder and doing some work, well, the little flap came out and waved at everybody. It was like, hey, I'm Mackenzie's Dern. Here I am. Hey, guys. I put it on Instagram, and I don't know if he's in here. I don't know if he's in here, but I got one comment. A Soul Fighter, Nick Alley. He commented on my Instagram. He's like, you guys are fucking ruthless. And then it got taken down. Someone must have reported it. But, I mean, it was just a flap. I never knew that you couldn't put a flap on Instagram. Apparently you can't. Chris, the Fukin chirping is back in the auto. Yeah, I know, NH. I try to fix that. That's why we're trying to do this. Hopefully by Friday, or hopefully by Wednesday, I'll have that fucking chirping thing. I don't know why. I want to fix it now, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid to do it, so you're going to have to deal with the chirping. And, yeah, that's that. What's up, Sega? Sega's in the chat. What's going on? Mackenzie Dern has a massive ass, is Robin. She does have a large tuchus, but she's like a woman, right? I mean, if you look at Mackenzie Dern, you look at her physique. She's more like, she doesn't have an athletic body. She's not fat, but she doesn't have like that athletic body, a typical MMA fighter body. She doesn't have a Cris Cyborg body, but she is, she's curvy, right? She's a curvy gal. Mackenzie Dern making her first appearance in the UFC, and some may say that she came into the UFC because of her looks. That's why she's here. But she's a curvy gal. Her striking was never. Here's her ass. If you wants to see that, check it out. There's her tuchus over there. Nothing's wrong with an ass, bro. So Sean Mackenzie says, yeah, there's nothing wrong with an ass, right? There it is. Now, here's the thing. I mean, here she is. She's giving the deuces. She definitely has she has some curves on her, Mackenzie Dern. But some people were saying her striking was sloppy. Even her ground game, the way someone was saying that she struck like she was swimming, which is kind of funny. I can see that. I can see that analogy over there. But she's young, Mackenzie Dern. She's still young. She's only 24 years old. Maybe they pushed her into the UFC too quick, but she got a win, right? It wasn't the prettiest win, but she got the win. I think if her striking tightens up a little bit, she could make a push. She could make a push. The only thing is, she is a little big for 115, and she had trouble making weight for 115. So I think there lies the problem, right? I think that's going to be her biggest problem, Mackenzie Dern, because eventually she's going to have more and more trouble hitting that 115. And then if you go up a 125 deal, yeah, I don't think she can fucking hang at 125, at least at this stage of the game. So if she can stay at 115, I think she can be a player. Striking needs to get some work, and we'll see what happens over here in Mackenzie Dern. Let me know in the chat. Some people are saying Mackenzie Dern is the next Ronda Rousey. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Yes or no? All right, 70 watching. Welcome to the MMA Holes Live, where we had some technical difficulties, but at least you can hear me now, so that's good. I bet you could beat CM Punk, says Marky Wahoo. That's probably true. Yes, I'll train her how to throw punches properly. So Sean Mackenzie says he'll help her out. Okay, try and come back in soon, says Hammer K. She's perfect though. The perfect thickness is Darth Bane. So Darth Bane says she has the perfect amount of thickness. She's got a nice ass, says Felix. Some say sloppy, some say nice. It's a matter of your preference, right? Dern is the sound of a horse makes Dern. Let's see. Hey, Jessie, says HK. Jessie's in the chat. Go sub to Jessie, the moderator, who did her show earlier. Go check out her shows, too. Robin Uli, what's up? Chris, get back. Get my brother Mike Kimball on here from Bellator. You know what, Rob? Check out Robin Uli over there. Robin Uli training out of FAA. I saw your boy, Nick Newell. By the way, Rob, I have a message for your boy, Nick Newell. I sent him a message via Instagram, and I said, hey, good luck on Ariel's show. I hope Nick Newell was on Ariel Helwani today, who, by the way, I have no problems with. He's like the only one in MMA media where we had a civilized conversation. Everyone else can't stand me. But I said to Nick Newell, I said to him on Instagram, I said, good luck on the interview today, back on the MMA. And make sure you shout out the MMA Holes. I go, a winky emoji, right? And he gave me back 100%. I can't pull up the message. Can I pull it up here? Oh, I wish I could. Fuck, I can't pull up the message. Why doesn't Instagram let you pull up messages over here? I tore shit. He said 100%. He said 100%. And guess what happened? Nick Newell did not do it. I watched that goddamn interview. And there was no MMA Holes shout out. So this is what I'm saying to you, Mr. Wanuli. I need you to go back to your master. Okay? Nick Newell. I need you to go back to him and say, just because of this, you must come on the MMA Holes, Nick Newell. Now, I did have an interview with you during CES, so you're nice enough to stop for that. But Mr. Nick Newell, you have a fight this Friday. Maybe, just maybe, we can squeeze you in on Wednesday if I feel like it. Maybe. Mark you in. Oh, no, look what they're saying. They're calling Nick a faggot. Oh, my God, it's terrible. He's not a faggot. He's a nice guy. He smashes, well, he doesn't, he's married. So, there you go. I'll get him on, says Robin Uli. All right, so for the Wednesday show, I know he's cutting weight and shit like that for his fight, an LFA, which, by the way, Rob, do you know what channel? Is that going to be on Access TV, the LFA fight? Let me know if you do know that, because I would like to do a little reaction to that. Nick will smash all of you. He will. Yeah, Nick will. He's a badass. I'll give him that. But he is a nice guy. But God damn it, how dare you? How dare you not shout out the MMA Holes on the MMA Hour? There with popcorn, just eating it. Like, all right, Nick, pull the trigger. I was like, pull the fucking trigger, Nick. Pull the goddamn trigger. It's on Access, all right. And he's the main event, if I'm not mistaken, this Friday. Fuck it. Do you want to see the MMA Holes do a Fight Buddies for Nick Newell this Friday? Hit me with the ones. Because he's got one arm. Hit me with the ones. If you want to see us do a Fight Buddies for Nick Newell, I say yes. I'm a fan of Nick. I remember meeting, I forgot what year it was. I can't remember a fight. I think it was in Boston. I think it was the McGregor versus Seaver fight. I think that's when I met Nick. They moved it to the main event. So Rob says they moved it to the main event. So there you go. I met him. He took a picture with me, and this is before the MMA Holes. And I was like starstruck. You know, I was like, hey, this kid. I mean, Nick Newell is a badass, man. Look what he did. He has one loss, and it's to Justin Gaethje. And he just grabbed some straps and did some things. So I'd love to get him on. So you guys want to see the Fight Buddies for Nick Newell? Everyone's dropping the ones in the chat. I want to hear Nick Diaz today. Should we do Nick Diaz impersonations? Let me know in the chat if we should open up the phone lines for Nick Diaz impersonations. Don't be an a-hole, be an MMA hole, says Samuel Ellis. Ding, 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 says Steve Johnson. And hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, someone has started the party off with a super chat. And here we go. WMMAC now, who is a swole member of the MMA Holes. Well, he says something like this.
Super chat.
UFC should drop the abortion that is women's featherweight and bring in the atom weights.
Interesting. So they should drop the abortion, which is the featherweight, and bring in the atom weights. That's an interesting statement. And thank you for the $5 super chat to make Conor fly. You are wonderful, wonderful. Wonderful. What do you guys in the chat think? Should they do that? Bring in atom weights and get rid of the featherweights. Now, I'm not looking to get rid of weight classes, right? But there really is no featherweight weight class, right? If you think about it. So maybe they should. Maybe they should. Roy Nelson is. Shan Wood, what's going on? Yes, on Access. So Access TV. Shan Wood says it is. All right, so we're going to fucking do it. Jesse Bell Hill, I see if you're in the chat for Fuqua Friday this week, which will be debuting. We'll be debuting this. We need a name for this thing, like the Dice of Death. Marky Wahoo had a name for this that was good, like the Cube of something. Anyway, we're going to be rolling this thing, and we have Chat's Choice on here. We're going to be rolling this thing for the points loser on Fuqua Fridays, and there's going to be a couple of bad things on it, maybe one good thing on here, but a game of chance every fucking week. So after the stream is done, in the comment section, I really need your help. I want to know what you guys think should be on this thing. Now, so it's something that if it lands on this, so if it's Chat's Choice, it could be anything on the cube, okay? But we need to fill out the rest of this cube over here. So I need your comments after the stream shuts down, and we're going to take a vote, and we're going to put them on here on the cubes and make shit happen over here for the MMA Holes. Atom weight equals tranny weight, says Jay Smooth. UFC needs more sumo wrestlers. I thought that was a colorful alligator Greg Odin Blaze, PlayStation Savages here says women's heavyweight would be hilarious. Let me know in the chat. Do you want the women's heavyweight division? I mean, why discriminate, right? I'm in. I'm in. Like, you just see just two fucking gigantic women just fucking throwing bombs. I want to see that. I'm in. I say yes. I want to see it. Listen, we're not all perverts here, right? All the guy fighters, there's some fucking fat slob guy fighters. Let's see a women's heavyweight. I'd fucking watch it. I'd watch two fucking fat gigundos just going at it. Or just like a Gabby Garcia ass. I want to see it. All right, let me know in the chat, and then we're going to go into topics. We have 49 likes. It's the MMA Holes Hour, which we do every Monday. And, yeah, the women's heavyweight. I want to see it. I'm not even kidding. I want to fucking see it. I think it's great. It's just more for us to watch. Yes, heavyweight says Jose. Steve Johnson says, because women's featherweight is above men's, 125, 135, and equal to 145 men's. DJ is worse than Cyborg. Wow, look at that. Just doing it like Mystic Moss does to Sega Camp. Go subscribe to Sega Camp. We got a link in the description for him as well. Nah, them sweet hogs don't have any cardio. I'm in BBW division. So 83 Dread is in the BBW division. There you go. Sean Mackenzie. Fucking army.
Come take them belts off me.
Let's go, Shawnee.
First, where are the gifts? Second, they should make UFC 224 a retirement card with Bisping, Rockhold along with Belfort, Machida. Third, which lesser-known fighter should I help out with? Fourth, MMA Holes rule.
So the question about the lesser-known fighter, I have to get you on board with Justin Sumter. I still didn't get a chance to do that. Sean, I'm going to hook you up with Justin Sumter. You've been fucking awesome. Sean's wonderful, wonderful. The Rockhold versus Bisping. Hold on, Vladimir's jumping in. You're gonna need it.
Take them belts off me.
That's right.
Women's heavyweight. Gabby Garcia versus a WNBA player for super fight.
Gabby Garcia versus a WNBA player for a super fight. So there, Vladimir jumping in. So it looks like you guys want the fucking heavyweights women's division. Yeah, why not? Why the fuck not, right? Why not? Rockhold versus Bisping, which Jessie was talking about it earlier. And check out Jessie. She's our moderator over there, JBH. Go check her out. Subscribe to Jessie Bell Hill. She was talking about it earlier where Rockhold was on Ariel Helwani's show. And yeah, he's all like, yeah, man. Hold on. Fuck. Where's my douche sunglasses? I need douche sunglasses on. I was going to do my Luke Rockhold. Anyway, he had sunglasses on. He's like, yeah, he doesn't have time for Ariel. He's like, yeah, man, you know, Luke Rockhold is gonna fight. Well, he didn't talk about himself in the third person. He may as well. Michael Bisping, you know, is gonna fight Luke Rockhold for like the third. We're gonna have the third rematch. You know, I got one, he got one, so we're gonna make that happen. You know, gonna take him out, but I want to fight him at 205. You know, I don't want to fight him over here. I want to fight. Let's do that. Let's not cut weight. Let's just go with 205 and get it done over there. Yeah, and as he's doing it, the camera's all over the fucking place, and Ariel's just sitting there like, is this guy fucking kidding me? Like, just give me 15 minutes of your life. You could sit in your car, you could sit in an office, you could sit at home, just put your Skype on, just have it sit there. Why do you have to walk around like a goddamn douchebag? Like, Luke Rockhold's just, yeah, man, the camera's shaking all over the place, and he's like, what? Can you hear? And he's putting the fucking camera by his ear so we can see his ear and shit. Who gives a fuck? Like, who gives it? Like, Luke Rockhold, see, this is the thing. This is why I'll probably never have a Luke Rockhold on here. And I don't give a fuck. Because I'll be like, what are you doing? Like, what is going on? Like, what is this? What's the deal? But yeah, he wants Michael Bisping for the trilogy. Now, I think it was Vladimir, if I'm not mistaken, in Jessie's stream, was saying that if Michael Bisping knocks him out, that'd be fantastic. And that would be great. For a second time, if Michael Bisping runs the table, 2 in a row, knocks out Luke Rockhold, that'd be like the greatest way to ride off into the sunset for Michael Bisping. I want to see it. It's a dangerous fight for a Bisping. I mean, Bisping hasn't looked very good, and he's pretty much done. So I kind of, what's up, Al? Yeah, so I'm kind of like, why would Bisping take that fight? But maybe if Rockhold talks a big game and they get paid, maybe we'll see it. Maybe we'll see that fight. Do you guys want to see Rockhold versus Bisping? And at 205, I mean, that's where Rockhold wants to go. He says the weight cutting is just too much for him. He had one of the toughest weight cuts his last fight against Yoel. So let me chat, and then we're going to go into topics. We're going to open up the phone lines. We're going to have a swole, sexy time here on the MMA Holes 74 watching. What's up, PlayStation? Says Chris is going to rant, please. PlayStation, by the way, very nice comment on Not the MMA Holes, our second channel. I do appreciate the wonderful words by you in that second channel. That was really cool, man. Really means a lot when people say nice things. So that's cool. Thank you. Time to rant. What's up, Neil? Neil? How do you say his name? Niall. How do you say it? Niall? I'm going to say Niall, right? I'm going to call you Mr. Flanagan. So I'll call you. Knowing the feminists today, they would make the UFC call it the women's plus size division. This is Drunk Savage. Wonderful. Yeah, the plus size division. the Lord and Taylor division. Mackenzie wants to see it. Left hook Larry gonna knock Cuckold out one more time. Drunk, that would be fantastic. Rant ban 420. This is Jay Smooth. Let's see. Bisping on his podcast said, I'll KO him again, no problem. Let's see it, man. I would love to see that. That would be so great. Do you think that Michael Bisping is in the head of... Whoa! Look out! Who wants fucking boobies? Let's go! Hey, I can see your underwear. Put your boobies in the air. Flapping like I just don't care. Can I lick your pubic hair? Snap a picture, time to share. Took my meat vision impaired. Filthy mind, I need a prayer. Yes, yes. Pervert cameraman. Show them. Pervert cameraman. $10 tip. Pervert cameraman. Fat. Show them breasts. Movies. All right, Jordan Sullivan, what about that?
What's up, Goat? How you been?
I've been wonderful. Wow, how about that? My favorite donation of all time, the pervert cameraman, Ariani Celeste. Show them breasts. Boobies. Fat. Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate it. I've been very good. Even though this stream started off a little weird with no audio. I'll fix it. I'll figure it out. JBH, are you ever going to read that Facebook message? There is nothing bad in it to be nervous about. It says Vodka, so now Vodka is V now. So there we go. Fap all over the chat. Show them tits. There we go. Everyone is fapping. Jose, how come you don't shout out when you type? Says Greg and Blaze. Now, Jose, credit to Jose for calling that shit with my man Ortega over here. I mean, Jesus Christ. Some crazy stuff. All right, I want to run through, before I do go through topics, there is a couple of things that I did miss over here, and I do want to touch base on it. Okay. So we got the Cyborg versus Yana, which, I mean, how much time can you spend on something that should have never happened? By the way, $500,000 going to Cris Cyborg. Thank you very much. I buy nice clothes and shoes and bags. And it is wonderful. Edgar versus Ortega. You got to feel for Frankie Edgar. Two people jump out there, Max Holloway and Conor McGregor on Twitter, giving him the respect. And why do you think Conor McGregor gives Frankie the respect? Because Conor McGregor stuck his fucking neck out there. UFC 196 to fight Nate Diaz at 170, putting everything on the line for no reason at all, and he caught the L. And Frankie Edgar did not have to take this fight. And now that he took this fight, that could have ruined all of his chances to ever sniff another belt again. So I do feel bad for the answer. Another reason why I feel bad for the answer is because Frankie... fuck, the stats aren't there. Shit. Anyway, Frankie Edgar was winning the fight in the first round, right? He looked fantastic. He looked fast. His head movement was there. His footwork was great. Brian Ortega was just patient. And once Brian Ortega had the chance, he caught Frankie Edgar with the elbow. And Frankie just fucking, Jesus. He just was in La La Land and then comes in with a kapow! Right up the fucking, this shot. What a perfectly placed punch. Set up perfectly. If you want to see a breakdown of this little sequence over here, check out Kobe's Corner. There's a link in the description to Kobe's Corner, friend of the show. And he pretty much, man, he did it perfect. He said it perfectly. So check him out. I don't know if it's on his first or second channel. But anyway, goddamn. This thing, I mean, it looked like it hurt. And for the first time ever, Frankie Edgar, he gets put away. We've never seen it before. Man, to be Frankie Edgar fans out there, I know that one hurt. I know that one hurt because, Jesus Christ, what a perfect shot. Now, the question is this. What is next for Ortega? And we all know what's next for Ortega. It's Max Holloway. Even Dana White says, yes, it is Max Holloway. I think there's no question about it that T-City is going to have to face Max Holloway. So my question to you guys, the MMA Holes, the MMA Hoes in the chat, Max Holloway or T-City, who the fuck do you guys have? Let me know. T-City Mob Hits is the A side. He needs to know his place, says Steve Johnson. He needs to be knocked out, says Steve Johnson. I sure didn't give Ortega the respect I should have, says I think everyone is on the Ortega train. If you guys think he was lucky in this fight, there is no way this man is lucky. Not only is this guy deadly on the ground, but now we know he can strike. Fuck. That is so dangerous. That's right, Brian Blaze. That elbow, right? He cracks him and sets this thing up. God damn. That sequence, I wish we could show a video here on the show. But
Can you give us your best Valley Girl accent?
what? Like, oh my God. My God.
My God. My God.
Really? Look.
Look at that
But. Yes.
butt.
But.
Butt.
Ariel Helwani slapping some ass.
Butt.
Marlynn singing.
Oh my God.
I told you in January you will end up seeing Holloway versus Khabib.
Mm-hmm.
And after they both win their next fights, it will happen at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Write it down, medium light skin tone.
There we go. Marky Wahoo making Ariel Helwani slap some booty. Thank you, Marky Wahoo, for the donation. And there you go. He's saying that he sees these things. Marky Wahoo sees these things. Man, Holloway versus Khabib. Well, Holloway doesn't want to go up. The question is, how long can Khabib sit at 155? He's kind of big for that. And speaking of Marky over here on Instagram, Marky Wahoo, we hit 8,000 subscribers over here, and this is really cool. Your shit is going to blow up. To get me to sit down in front of a TV is rare. But this time next year, pull up this post while you sit back proud. Now lick my balls.
Lick my balls.
Then he follows up by saying, oh, and my little guy thinks he's famous because he's rocking the wristband to school. I said to him, you like that? And his reply was,
Wonderful, wonderful.
there you go, Marky Wahoo, representing the MMA Holes. And not only is Marky do it, but we got Sean Mackenzie with the Mystic Moss autograph on his daughter. Awesome stuff over here. Go check me out. And it is at the MMA Holes on Instagram, Twitter, and all that shit. Check us out over there if you want to follow the greatest show on YouTube, Behind the Scenes. We'll talk to you guys over there. Okay, let's go on with this card a little bit more. And then we're going to do some topics. We got Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley fighting this guy, Andre Sukumathapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapapaplep So, then he asked what fap means. Well, son, it means, well,
Fap.
oh, he's just going to have to learn. All right, so Sean O'Malley here. Now, here is a thing that's interesting. There are some people that are sucking this kid's dick. I mean, strong, hard. Some people are comparing him to Conor McGregor, which I don't see that. Now, I do like the way the kid fights. I like that he's exciting. He's got a lot of energy when he gets into that cage. He's always looking to finish. You know, I do like that. Not sold on his ground game, but his striking is crisp. He's slick. You never know where he's coming from. I do enjoy that. But here's the thing that's troublesome. And who was it? Rashad Evans was saying this, and I believe he's completely correct when he says, why the fuck does Andre take him down in the third round? Now, I wish we had live stats for the whole fucking thing, but it's just Cyborg. Unfortunately, UFC.com is shit in the bed. Let me see if I could refresh this, if that would work. Let's see. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. Nope. Down the road it'll work. But yeah, at the end of the fight, there was some time left, and O'Malley's foot was done. He couldn't even step on it. And basically, if Andre just kept him on his feet, and Sean O'Malley couldn't keep going, he couldn't fucking stand, the ref could have stopped the fight there. And people are kind of blasted Andre, like, dude, why the fuck you going to take this dude down and give him a chance to just ride it out to win the fight? And then you had this weird Joe Rogan interview. It was kind of bizarre. The weirdest part of that interview is O'Malley actually gave birth. It was really fucking strange. He gave birth while he was on the floor while Joe Rogan was interviewing them. I don't know if you guys must have missed that. Yeah. He's like, Sean, Were you 10? You were 10 centimeters dilated in the last round. What does it feel like to give the first in the octagon birth? Octagon birth. There you go. And there's the little Shawnee. He gave birth. Look at that. It was a bouncing baby boy, it looks like. Yeah, he gave birth in the octagon over there. It's crazy stuff. I mean, when was the last time you saw an octagon birth? And by a man, right? It's fucking really weird. It's really, really weird. But we got to see the birth of Sean's child. Yeah. So anyway, let me know in the chat if you think Sean Mackenzie's the real deal. I'm not sold yet, but he's still young, man. He's 9-0. He hasn't lost. Looked great in the Contender Series, and he flipped off 2 after that. So got 3 fights, and yeah, he's got, he's a big kid for 135. Only 23 years young, 5'11", with a 72-inch reach. So he could be dangerous, but I'm not sold yet. I am not sold. Some people have it. I'm not quite sure if he has it yet. So let me know in the chat, yes or no. Let me know in the chat right now. He popped a frog. I love you, Joe. Andre got his bell rung. He was fighting on instincts as John Doe. Too soon, Chris, his code name. All right. Over his fighting Curtis Blades. That is true. That's correct, Kamen Rider. Conor McGregor's spicy chicken. Yeah, Burger King has signed Conor McGregor. And now he's making some bucks. He's making some bank with the Burger King. Goddamn Screech next. Goddamn God on Screech. Next story. Okay. Damn right, I'm the real deal, says Sean Mackenzie. No, says Aussie dude. I flush it down the toilet. Who am I kidding? Oh my God. Colin McFull of shit. Linky fuck. Yes, sir. He's definitely the real fucking deal. So Justin Fultz says yes. There you go. No, says Jose. Yeah, all right. So, there's some people that really believe. Who would you have in Brock Lesnar versus DC? Wow. Brock Lesnar versus DC. I really want to see him back at heavyweight at Stipe to make that decision. You know what? I got DC. I'm even picking DC over fucking Stipe. The way Brock Lesnar looked when he fought Mark Hunt, and kind of laid there and looked lumpy and shit like that, and he was roided up, I go with DC. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. It's a good question. But I still think DC. He's a fucking beast, man. DC's a beast. It's rare that I pick against DC. Now, if he's fighting John Jones, it's a different story, right? DC, Brock doesn't like to get hit in the face with real punches. There you go. Well, I mean, he avoided the Mark Hunt thing, but DC can stuff a takedown. So, yeah, I got to go DC, right? Justin Fultz says DC. Blades will take him. Take all his, in my opinion. So, Marky Wahoo says Blades will take all he has. So, Blades. Blaze FTW. Drunk Savage says DC. I squirt lighter fluid into my bottom hole. That's awesome. Stipe is going to murk DC, says Sean Mackenzie. You're a little biased, my friend. Although I love Stipe. I really, that's a fight I'm going to cringe watching because I like both fighters. But I got to go DC. Aussie says Stipe. Stipe. Double A says DC. Doug says DC. And Stipe. DC equals GOAT, says code name. DC said Brock would beat him in a wrestling match. So Mark Wahoo, there you go. I mean, he is a lot bigger, right? I don't know, though. DC's a way better wrestler than Brocklin or Brock Lee. Not smart to pick against Stipe, says Brian Blaze. I mean, listen, right? Stipe, he's killing it at heavyweight. Then you got a guy going back up to heavyweight who has fought in heavyweight and has never lost at heavyweight. So you got to keep that in mind. Whatever happened to Todd Duffy? Todd Duffy fought, was it Poirier? What was Todd Duffy's last fight? I don't even know if he's ranked. I think it was Poirier. What wasn't it? Who the fuck did Todd Duffy fight? It wasn't that long ago. Wait, who the fuck did Todd Duffy fight? Oh, let's look. Hey, Mackenzie, welcome back. Todd, excuse me. MMA Holes Hour, you're watching. That's right, motherfuckers. Todd Duffy, UFC. Oh, it's Duffy. Jesus Christ. What's wrong with me? Duffy. There he is. Wait, that's not him. The fuck? Aren't we talking about the Irishman? Or is it Duff? Hold on. How do you spell his fucking last name? Isn't it Duffey? Which Todd? Wait, am I thinking of a different Todd? Who was the fucking guy? Who's the guy that fucking? Who's the guy that beat McGregor? Am I thinking of someone else? Who is the guy that beat McGregor? Are we talking about this? Who was the one that fucking the UFC brought? I thought it was a Todd Duffey. I could be wrong. What the fuck's his name? The Irish kid. He fought not too long ago. Anyway, this Todd Duffey hasn't fought since fucking 2015. The heavyweight, you dumb honky. Well, thank you, Jay Smooth. So here we go. 2015, the Frank Mir fight. And who gives a fuck, right? Who gives a fuck about Todd Duffey? Joe Duffy. Thank you. Double JLW. I appreciate it. It was another Duffy. Joe Duffy I was thinking of. Hello, Brain Fart. It's Brain Fart night here on the MMA Holds. Brain Fart night on the MMA Holds. Let's go to the next fight on this card. I'm just going to whip through the rest of this card over here. So we spoke about Mackenzie Dern and her meat flap that came out. Let me know in the chat if you saw the meat flap with the ones. Yeah, her meat flap came out. There's nothing else here. So this is straight up trash. Kat Zingano is fucking dunzo. And then you have this fight over here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up the phone lines after this fight here. CB Dalloway versus Hector Lombard. Okay, because this is some interesting stuff. That's right. Joe Duffy. That's right. Okay. King's Your Mother's Ring says,
it's your job to tell me.
CB Dalloway versus Hector Lombard happened this weekend. And yeah, Hector Lombard didn't look too good. And what happened? Ding, ding, bell rings. Hector Lombard 1-2. CB Dalloway's heads get crossed. His eyes get crossed. Falls to the floor. Doesn't know where the fuck he is. I think it was Herb Dean was the ref, if I'm not mistaken. Stands him back up. And it's like, hey, man, CB, are you okay? And CB's like, now watching this in real time, I was like, well, that was definitely one shot. That was definitely one shot that landed. And then in watching back the replay, Hector fucking Lombard cracks him with 2 shots. He does. It's ding ding. And that fight was over by disqualification because CB Dalloway couldn't continue the fight because of the late hits. Now, the rule itself is a weird one, right? That why would CB Dalloway get a win off of a disqualification? It's kind of weird, but it is a rule, right? And if you get hit by the bell and after the bell and that shit happens, well, you get a win. This is the weirdest fucking win you can possibly get, but it is against the rules, right? So in my opinion over here, because it is the rules, CB Dalloway gets the win. It's just the most bizarre fucking thing in this sport, and I feel this rule has to be changed. I mean, you shouldn't get a win because of that. You know, I think no one should get the win. But I guess to penalize the person that does the foul, you give CB Dalloway the win. I don't know. I think it shouldn't have been a win, but because of the rules, the way they are, and I if you're going to have rules, you have to follow these rules, so it is what it is. I guess they get it right, and I say they do get it right with the disqualification. Now, this is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to open up the phone lines. After I open up those phone lines, I'm going to get the topics going. At 516-522-0267, get in on the lines. Call me up, Mystic Moss. I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think about this over here. UFC 222. You can talk about Cyborg. You can talk about this Edgar Ortega fight, which Ortega the real deal. Is O'Malley the real deal over here? And let me know what you think about this over here. CB Dalloway getting a win off of something that is a little weird. It's a little strange. I think because of the rules, they got it right. But let's find out. Jesus Christ. You are live with the MMA Holes. What's your name? Where are you from?
This is Tony.
Hey, Tony, what's up?
What's up? So what's the deal with Megan Anderson? All she does is talk shit on Twitter.
Megan Anderson. Yeah, you know what? You make a good point over there, right? She wants Cyborg. They go to give her the fight, or it looks like they're going to make that fight. And then the next thing you know, she's either hurt or she just falls off the face of the earth. It's true. She does talk, and she was talking after this fight. Make her fight a real 145-pounder. So, you make a good point over there. What the fuck is up with Megan Anderson? I don't know.
What'd she say? She said, are you going to fight me this time, or are you ready now? It's like, Megan, you're the one who backed out of the fight. You're the one who's trying to put some shady shit with the visa issues. Cyborg's ready to go. She's ready to whoop your ass.
Mm-hmm.
And Megan's just over there. All she does is talk shit on Twitter. It's getting real old.
So do you think that Megan is just all talk? Do you think that she really doesn't want this fight?
I think she's trying to stay relevant. She's probably getting some sponsorship dollars. She hasn't even fought in the UFC. She has never even fought in the UFC.
That's a good point over here. And honestly, I've seen her fight. She's good. I don't think she's in Cyborg's level, but I would like to see Cyborg fight a bigger girl, you know, someone more her size. That's my opinion over there. All right, thank you for the call. There we go. 516-522-0267. Get in on the lines. Jose, I saw you getting through. I fucking missed you. So, Jose, call on back. We get Jose back on the lines. And, yeah, Joe Duffy. That's right. Joe Duffy was the name I was thinking about before. She needs to fight Cyborg. It's the only fight right now that makes sense until they work on that 145-pound division. Let's get some more ladies in there. Let's go. Let's build it up. Let's go. I'm sick of this shit. I just saw that Daniel Cormier wrapped it up with Stipe. And they wrapped the new season of Tough. Might have to watch this one again. Let me know in the chat. Will you be watching the new season of Tough with DC and Stipe? Which I think I'll be watching. These two have a lot of respect for each other, but DC is a good trash talker. So I'm looking forward to that. DC versus Stipe and Tough. I think I'm down. There's just nobody for Cyborg to legitimately fight his Allman Brothers. Yeah, well, I mean, right now there isn't. They got to build that division. They literally just put a division together for one fighter. It's really strange. Like, they did it for Ronda, but they built the division around her. Cyborg, I'm still waiting. You know, Kamen Rider wants Nunez versus Cyborg. And the reason why, I like the fight. I don't love the fight because I just feel that Nunez is too small for Cyborg. She's a 135er. You know, I don't think she belongs at 145. I could be wrong. You know, after seeing her go 5 rounds with Shevchenko, and Shevchenko's great, but I don't know. Cris Cyborg is just too big. She's too strong and powerful. I think it's going to be Nunez is going to be in trouble. I really do. I feel like Nunez is going to be in a lot of trouble with that fight. Cyborg versus another bantamweight, says Jay Smooth. I haven't watched Ultimate Fighter since heavyweight, says Steve Johnston. Cyborg is a sideshow, says Jay Smooth. Some may say that. She is a mythical creature, that Cris Cyborg. Stipe, the best ever, says Justin Fultz. You know what? He's the best heavyweight ever. I'll give you that. He is the best heavyweight ever. You can argue all you want. Right now, Stipe is the GOAT of the heavyweight division. The proof's in the pudding. You look at his statistics. Stipe's on top of his game, right? There is no featherweight division. Even in Bellator, the champ has losses too. Rousey and Nunez is WMMA scene. So making a good point over there. Dana isn't a talent scout, says 83 Dread. Nunez has fought at 145. She has, it's true. And she was supposed to fight Cyborg and Invicta. But I don't think she's a true 145er. I really don't. I think she belongs at 135. I know she has fought at 145. I just don't think she belongs there. I really don't. There's a reason why she's chilling out at 135. Cyborg can't even try to make 135. Even trying to get 140, she looks like she's going to die. You know? Yeah, I don't know. Cool ass. Guyborg. All right, there we go. Good stuff in that chat over there. Keep that shit going over here. And I'm going to do this right now. Let's move along, and I will open up those phone lines again because it's that time of the show. And we have to fix the audio. I don't even know what's going on anymore with my audio. What the fuck? And the beginning of the show, if you missed it, in the beginning of this fucking show, the audio wasn't even working. So I have to trim that out afterwards. But it's ridiculous. Ladies should be 110, says Craig. So there you go. It's time for Topics. Everybody say topics. Topics. Let's go. Topics. Topics. The MMA Holes Hour. Topics. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you are watching Mystic Moss. You are watching the MMA Holes. If you have not subscribed, if you're new to the show, welcome. It's good to see you over there. We do 3 shows a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's 3. Topics. There you go. There you go. Okay, let's go to the topics over here. Let's see what we got. And we did discuss some of these things, so we're going to brush through over this. And look at this. George St. Pierre, according to SB Nation MMA Mania. George St. Pierre will return to the UFC, but only against someone who excites him and elevates his legacy. GSP is coming back. So that's good news, right? I mean, some people say he's the GOAT, and they have a very good argument that GSP is the GOAT. But the question is this. He's not going to be fighting around at 185. He gave that shit up. He's done with that shit. So now it's like, okay, GSP is now holding a division for ransom. And I think he's still in the pound-for-pound rankings over here. Let's see. Where are you, GSP? GSP overall is number 6th, which is quite surprising, to be honest. I do feel he should be higher in the pound-for-pound rankings. But let's go to welterweight. He's not even on this? So he's just on pound-for-pound? Did they throw him on fucking... Hold on a second. Did they throw him over here? Where the fuck is GSP? So GSP doesn't exist in any division. He's floating around. He's at welterweight. But he's not here. All right, so now... Oh, man. Here's the question. He doesn't want to fight at 185. He wants something that means something to him. Something that's going to put some money in his fucking pocket. So who does GSP fight? All right, I need to know in the chat. You need to figure this out. And don't say Conor McGregor, for God's sakes. It's not going to fucking happen. He's just too big for him. It's just not happening. It's just not happening. Right, Conor? See, Conor agrees. It's not happening. Who should GSP fight? Let me know in the chat. Who would you like to see? Now, it's got to be a crazy, crazy fight. It's got to be something nuts. What would you like to see him fight? Now, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Woodley. I really wouldn't mind him seeing that. I would love to see him just destroy Woodley. Bury him. I would love to see that fight. But I don't think that's the fight that's going to happen. T. Wood is not a big money fight guy, so I can't really see that fight happening. But what would be the question? What would be the fight? What would be the answer to the... It's got to be some serious, like, weird circus fight. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Spider Silva. There was a time and day and place where Anderson Silva, where we have the Brazilian guitar goat donation in the description. That's right. Anderson Silva, who is one of my faves. That would have been a great fight down the road. But it just doesn't... GSP versus Woodley versus Cyborg. Let him die. CM Punk. GSP is done since 3-3. GSP versus Silva. Another one over there. Yeah, that would be a rough one for Anderson Silva at the state of the game. A Nick Diaz rematch says, you know what? That's possible. That is because Nick Diaz is just floating around. So maybe they'll just throw it back together again. Check Conor's Twitter, Insta. It could be Conor, says Niall. So wait, hold on. You're saying Conor's calling out Twitter and Instagram. I'll check it out. Let's check out Conor. Let's check out McNugget, right? As the people like to say. Call him McNugget. All right. Let's see. The notorious Conor McGregor. Let's see. Does he? And here he... I fucking love this guy. This guy's the best. He's the cringiest, best motherfucker out there. There's something wrong with him, and we got 10 more likes. Just take a peek at Conor McGregor at the Burger King. That's right. Burger King is sponsoring Conor McGregor. So there you go. I've got 10 more likes. Fuck you. Dislikes. 10 more likes. Conor McGregor is now part of the Burger King crew. Now, when I think Burger King, when I think MMA, who comes to my mind? Anderson Silva. Remember Anderson Silva was rocking that BK on his shorts when they were allowed to have sponsors and shit like that? Now Conor McGregor's rocking the Burger King. And here he is with the king. What is going on? Oh, my God. What the fuck is going on here? Conor McGregor... with a fucking private jet in the fucking Burger King. What the fuck? Oh, Jesus Christ. God bless. God bless Conor. All right, what else does he say over here? And here's the nice statement he said about Frankie Edgar. Check this shit out. A little respect to Frankie over here. Frankie's career deserved for that to be against me tonight. Respect, Frankie. Love and respect always. A true fighter's fighter. So there you go. So Conor McGregor said that he wanted to be the one to end Frankie Edgar. But then throws a little compliment at the end. I don't see anything about fucking St. Pierre. Hold on. Let's see what he says over here. I am fighting, period. I'm the best at this. I put my name forward to step in the UFC. So this is his shit with the Frankie Edgar stuff. Nothing in here says anything about. He's not fighting GSP. I swear to God, I bet the farm that he's not fighting GSP. It just doesn't make any sense. To me, it doesn't make any sense. So there he goes. Conor McGregor with his Burger King crown. And yeah, Frankie would still have wrestled down Conor, says Cameron Ryder. I'm sorry, guys. At this state of the game, nope. I don't see it. Frankie, you saw what Frankie was doing with Ortega. Now, Frankie was showing respect to Ortega's ground game, so he was just trying to be quick and shit like that. Man, oh man. Frankie tries to come in for that takedown. Conor's going to fucking crack him. That's what I see. But the fight's never going to happen regardless, so we could say it until we're blue in the face what would happen between Frankie and Conor, but I think it's something that we don't even need to talk about, because it's never going to happen. Hypothetically speaking, we can talk about it, but it is never going to happen. All right, so let's see what else is left in topics. All right, here we go, motherfuckers. Now, I know some of you people are so excited about Brendan Schaub, right? And here we go, bloody elbow this time. Eves Edwards. Brendan Schaub in another row of Schaub's all black. Jesus Christ, what is wrong with me? By the way, I popped the Xanax before the stream, so don't mind me if I fall asleep. I might fall asleep during the stream. I'm slurring my speech. It's kicking in. I might get all lazy-eyed and shit. All black UFC panel comments. Okay, so here he is, Brendan Schaub, a comedian. He does do stand-up comedy now. Now, if you do remember, Brendan Schaub was a UFC fighter. He was a contender with the UFC. And, yo, Brendan Schaub, what's this bullshit you running your mouth about? Now, they're talking about this all black thing over here. Let me see. Last month, former UFC heavyweight contender Brendan Schaub stirred up the headlines with his comment about UFC Tonight's all-black panel, insinuating that the show's broadcasting quality was overlooked in a favor of promoting a more ethnically diverse panel. Okay, let's see. Sometimes you look at the UFC Tonight and you're like, all right, is that the best panel possible? Or are you just saying to check off the boxes? We get it. UFC Tonight, Fox, you're not racist. We get it. You have an all-black panel. We get it. Whoa, we get it. We get it, man. Schaub said on his podcast over there. So there you go. So here's the responses on Twitter. Yo, Brendan Schaub, that was bullshit. You're in your mouth. And here's Brendan Schaub's reaction, his response. Meant zero disrespect to you. I spent 30 minutes praising Daniel Cormier and said he's the best in the world besides Rogan. Kevin Lee and I were discussing black fighters and entertainment. Bad job on my part. That's on me. I love you guys. Watch all the shows. My bad. I'm sorry. So there we go. Brendan Schaub. I meant zero respect to you, blah, blah, blah. I appreciate your apology. I wasn't talking about race. But when you say someone isn't good enough to do the job and you don't say who, I want to know if you're talking about me. I wasn't assuming or insinuating you are racist. Don't sweat that. That's not a thing. So there we go. So it looks like they work things out over there. Yeah, here's the thing. Now, you guys know how I think. Now, listen, Schaub doesn't say... Schaub is right for once. Schaub is not like, listen, he doesn't bother me. Do I watch Brendan Schaub? No, I don't really watch him much, to be honest. But what I've seen of Brendan Schaub, I don't mind the guy. Listen, he's a goofball. He's just trying to provide entertainment. He's trying to do things differently. He's not my cup of tea, but I don't hate the guy. I don't think he's... I don't know. I don't think there's anything to be... Here's the problem. Why does everyone get fucking butthurt? I don't understand the white, the black thing, the if you talk about gay or transgender, listen, if you're just horsing around and shit like that, who gives a fuck? They're just words, man. I'm good, Chris H. Thank you for asking. Niall Flanagan says, big news coming, so I can't wait, Niall. I want to know. That's so racist. Fuck no, this is Justin Fultz, and Justin Fultz says, but my butt was always hurt. Clown. Say the N-word, Chris. It's funny. I got to fix my camera over here. Here we go. There we go. Everything's in picture. I don't say the N-word. I say pretty much everything, and I don't say the N-word. And it's not that it's funny. I don't know why I don't. I don't even have a reason why I don't say the N-word. I think it's just funny that I don't. And every once in a while I'll slip. I'll get drunk, and I'll drop the N to the Igga. But, I mean, who gives a fuck, right? Political correctness is for fucking morons, says Boneyard. I agree. Who gives a shit? I mean, listen, who gives a fuck? Now, some people say racist shit with an agenda and they attack. Fuck those people. You know, fuck those people. But use your freedom of speech and just have fun, especially if it's a joke. Now, I do agree with this, okay? I do agree with the fact that this panel on Fox is kind of weak. I do agree with that. I don't mind DC. I like DC and shit like that. I don't think that Tyron Woodley's that good, but maybe I'm biased. I'm not a big Tyron Woodley fan. And Rashad Evans, he just seems very uncomfortable up there. Sometimes they have Tony Ferguson, and I don't know if he's that good either. He's a little distracting too. So maybe they can switch it up. Say it, Chris, the NH. What are you doing? I love Schaub. On Joe Rogan's podcast is K-Dub. So there you go. K-Dub says he loves Schaub. Who would win between Verdum versus Volkov? Man, that's a real tough one. That fight is coming up over here, and let's look at it, because let's move on from this card over here. We're talking about topics, but since we are on the MMA Holes Hour, here is the next fight, and it isn't this weekend. I think it's the weekend after it. I got to give Verdum credit, man. I got to give Fabricio Verdum a lot of credit, because he's taking on a fight 3-8 just to get fucking paid. You know, the man wants to get another shot at the belt over here, and he's taking a big risk and fighting Volkov, who just fucking murked Stefan Struve in his last fight. A dangerous fight, Volkov here. I have to go with Fabricio. The thing that's worrying me about Fabricio in this fight is the fact that Fabricio is just getting older.
You're gonna wrap one on one shoulder.
Sean!
Wrap the other on the other shoulder. And you're gonna need a fucking army.
Sean Mackenzie.
Take them belts off me.
Jumping in.
The leftist liberal media is everyone thinking that safe spaces and nobody should ever have their feelings hurt is the right way to do things. Schaub was correct in what he said. People today need to man the fuck up and stop being butthurt fucktards.
I concur. There you go. Sean Mackenzie dropping in the donation over there. Thank you, Sean, for that donation. That is wonderful, wonderful. I agree. I mean, I think as a society, we need to just fucking chill out. You know, the best part about this community over here is no one gives a fuck. We are all on the same page. Even if we disagree with point of views, when it comes down to just joking around, we get it. It's a joke. We're having fun, you know. It's not all about, you know, it's not black, white. It's not fucking male, female. Like some people think we're sexist over here. We're just joking. It's all jokes over here. So it is what it is. I agree with you, Sean Mackenzie, too. Fuck the politically correct people. They can go lick my fucking balls.
Lick my balls.
Along with YouTube, who blacklisted my channel. Thank you, YouTube, for being cunts and blacklisting my channel. You can lick my balls as well. So, yeah, that fight is interesting. Let's move along in topics over here. I think we're going a little bit later. I don't even know anymore. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? All right, so we talked about the shop thing, and check this out. Hector Lombard. Now, we touched on this before. Hector Lombard, should he been disqualified in UFC 222? John McCarthy weighs in. And listen, rules are rules. We discussed this earlier. I'm not going to spend much time on this. Is it a great rule? I don't know. It's weird that my whole thing is CB Dollaway getting the win makes kind of no sense. But, it is a weird rule that he, you know, I mean, I don't know. Anyway, they got it right. It is the rule. Hector Lombard hit him after the belt. It's done and over with. We move on, and let's move on to the next topic. We're just joking when Chris, wife, finds his text with JBH, says Craig. Okay, thank you, Craig. It's wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Next on the topics. Misha Tate blasts terrible judging at UFC 222. I don't think Brian Caraway lost. So there we go. Misha Tate. These two were together at one point over here. And check this out. Boom. Okay. Wow, look at Misha Tate. She got the cans going. This is pre-pregnant Misha Tate. Really weird stuff over here. I guess they had a mutual break. But here's the thing. I picked Caraway in this fight, but I do not think he won this fight. Now, check out the fight that happened. Let's go back a little bit over here. Yaddy-da-dee-da. It's the motherfucking DLGG. Go back. All right, so here we go. Caraway did fight on his card, and it was surprisingly low on the card on the early prelims. But Cody Stamann, who is surprisingly good, I have to give him credit because Brian Caraway he's no slouch, right? Brian Caraway is actually pretty damn good. Now, whether you like him or you hate him, the guy he's a badass. He's a tough kid. And Cody Stamann coming in, young buck. It was a close fight. I wish you could go to live stats, but UFC.com is not working over here. I really wish we could break down those live stats. But I do think they got it right. It was close, but I do feel that they got it right. Unfortunately, Miesha Tate disagrees. Miesha Tate says no. Let me see if we have her comments over here. I don't think Brian Caraway lost. He won rounds 1 and 3, in my opinion. The third one I could see. I can't remember the first. I don't know. I have to go back and look at the stats. I have to remember. It was fucking in the early prelims, for God's sakes. The now retired Tate wrote on Twitter, in response to perhaps the most illiterate UFC fan on social media, the judging was consistently terrible for UFC 222. Now, I do give her that. The judging was a little suspect, but we had Adelaide Bird, so I can give her that. But I think they got it right on that one. It was close, but I think they got it right. All right, here we go. The salaries. We were talking about this before. Cris Cyborg leads payroll for Yana Kunitskaya. And there she is with the belt, holding on to the belt. Cris Cyborg, you scroll down, and here it is, cashing $500K for a championship victory over Yana. So good for Cyborg for getting paid. I'm glad Cyborg got paid. The problem I have, and I wish she got paid for a fight that, for Cris Cyborg, I'm happy for her. I am happy for Cris Cyborg. I am not happy for the fans that had to pay for that fucking pay-per-view, because we shouldn't have had to pay for that shit. So I think that's straight up trash. I think that's straight up garbage. And Cris Cyborg, good for you, bad for the fans. Okay, here we go. Sean O'Malley celebrates win at UFC 222 with gold gloves full of weed. And here they are. Hold on, let's go scroll down. And there they are. Gold gloves full of weed. So my man Sean O'Malley over here, who's super hyped up. This is how he celebrated the fight. He didn't break his foot, by the way. I don't know. And sometimes I've had sprains that felt worse than breaks. I've broken bones. I've sprained ankles and shit like that. I've had situations where sometimes if you don't break it, and even doctors have told me that non-breaks are sometimes worse than actual breaks. But here we go. How about this? Now, Jay Smooth is over there. He's into it. He says, weed gloves. There you go, weed gloves. Sean Mackenzie's out. Sean, thanks for jumping in. Appreciate it. But the weed gloves over here for Sugar Sean O'Malley. What do you think about that? This my man over here is he's celebrating. I don't know. I'm still not sold on Sean O'Malley, but he's still young. He's still got some time. So let's see. We got ripped the Fook off, says Justin Foltz. I agree, man. UFC 222 was garbage. Snoop Dogg looks like a fat ounce in there, says Brian Roger. Yeah, looks like the pack in those gloves real fucking tight. He stubbed his pinky toe, says Marky Wahoo. I want 2 more mics for Chris's mic. I want 2 more mics for Fook, Chris's mic. So, guys, it's not my mic. It's OBS, the popping and clicking. It's the OBS system. I don't know what the fuck happens, but I will fix it. I promise. I will fix it. Maybe after this, too, I'm going to do some test audio streams. I thought I had it fixed, and then we had no audio. OBS has been fucking shitting the bed, so hopefully we get that thing straightened out soon. We will get that straightened out. All right, what's next over here? And check this out on Topics. NAC investigates Canelo Alvarez failed drug test to determine whether Gennady Golovkin rematch will go on. Here he is, my son over here, Canelo Alvarez from Mexico. And okay, so apparently in Mexico they pump some shit up there in their fucking food. Let's see, Alvarez tested positive for banned substance, clenbuterol. In an out-of-competition drug test, his promoter, Golden Boy, announced Monday. The Golden Boy press release said that the low trace of clenbuterol, I'm definitely brutalizing that name, in Alvarez's system is consistent with meat contamination that has impacted dozens of athletes in Mexico over the last few years, and implied the fight with Golovkin scheduled for May 5th, which is coming right up at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, is expected to go on. It's expected. They're still looking into this shit over here. Mexico pumping horse cock, hard-on meds, or whatever the fuck they're putting in this meat. I don't know what the fuck they're doing in there in Mexico. Now, I don't think he did anything on purpose. Alvarez is known for being a very clean fighter. I don't think he's doing some shady shit. But there are some questions over here if this fight's going to go on. Now, money talks, motherfuckers. Money fucking talks. And May 5th, the fight's going to happen, in my opinion. No matter what, this fight's going to happen. Even though the first one should have went down the way it did because Triple G won that fight. Even though I was going for Canelo, Triple G won that fight. But I feel the fight's going to go on, and they're just going to move past this whole thing. But let me know in the chat what you guys think. What do you think? Will the fight happen, yes or no? Let me know in the chat, yes or no. Doug McGuire says happens in Brazil also over there. So there you go. Diaz will wipe his ass, his hair, says Marky Wahoo. Deport him, says Craig. Cassandra, what's up? Welcome back. What's up, MMA Holes? Just wanted to pop in and let you know to keep a lookout for April 14th. So Cassandra looks like she's getting back in the cage April 14th. All right, keep us posted on that. It's used for, hold on, asthmatics? Bullshit, he's a cheater, says John Doe. And to cut weight while retaining muscle. So Steve Johnson says that. Mexicans never cheat. He's clean. The cow is dirty, says Jose. He's cheating, says Jay Smooth. Duh, says Steve Johnson. Tainted Goya beans. This is Pulse Reloaded. Tainted Goya beans. I'm giving Canelo the benefit of the doubt. For now, I'm Mexican, and I know about the beef situation, says Codename. So there we go. Okay, not much to go on here on topics. And that is it, actually. So let's let the phone lines open. Let's take you down to Donkey Town. Let's know. And there's Conor McGregor with his fucking Burger King. The phone lines are open. 516-522-0267. We're only going to go a little bit longer here tonight on the MMA Holes. A little bit longer. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate the donations, by the way. You guys killed it. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. He's here. Jose, what's up?
Chris, you cheap bastard. Pay your fucking light bill so we don't have these goddamn technical difficulties.
That's right. I have the same problems as Felony, Charles.
Hey,
yeah.
Learn how to fucking read, too. It's clenbuterol. Clenbuterol.
Clenbuterol. All right, there. It sounds like an STD.
All right, man. So, look, first of all, this is what I want to say. Shout out to Conor McGregor for getting that fucking Burger King money. That son of a bitch, he's making more money outside the cage than he is taking fucking hits to the face. And let's talk about Conor McGregor's fucking head. I used to think that BK fucking crazy, whatever the fuck, the Burger King guy, I thought he had a giant freakish head. Conor McGregor makes that dude's head look fucking small. That shit is crazy.
I got the picture up right now.
I was going to tell you, man, I'm thinking about changing my name to fucking Mystic Mexican because I called the fucking Ortega fight. How you like that one?
I tell you what, you hit the nail on the head with that one, saying he was going to knock out Frankie Edgar, and he sure did. Man, oh man.
Holy shit. Hey, you know what? Real quick, man, I think Ortega is something special, man.
Mm-hmm.
That motherfucker... It wasn't luck. Like you said, I watched that breakdown. It was not luck. He was feeling out Frankie, and he fucking found his rhythm within the first round. He threw that nasty elbow counter. That's what wobbled Frank. Mm-hmm. And then if you look, too, he threw the uppercut, and it kind of came up a little bit short, and then he cocked it back, and booyah, he fucking just, his fucking neck almost just detached from his head, dude. I've never seen lifted him off of his fucking feet. So I think Ortega versus Holloway is definitely the fight to make. And you know that my biased Mexican ass, I'm on the T-City train all the way. Choo-choo!
All right, Jose, there you go. Thank you for the call. Jose on the Mexican train. And yeah, I mean, listen, Ortega versus Holloway is going to be a banging fight. That is a banging fight. I love the fight. I feel bad for Frankie Edgar. It sucks for Frankie, but here we go, guys. And you know what? Holloway smoked Aldo twice, and Aldo is Frankie's kryptonite. So here we go. Now we have a fight that has a little more juice, a little bit more juice over here with Ortega versus Holloway. Now, we took a couple of votes back and forth saying, do you have Max? Do you have Ortega? I'm still going to go with Holloway on this one, but, like with the Frankie Edgar fight, I am not surprised if Ortega could pull it off. I mean, how can you go against this guy? Josh Simpson says Jose is drunk. He's drinking that tequila. He had an injury with his eye already, so he targeted that, says Justin Fultz. It was the elbow when he came in, like Jose said, and then he just set up this fucking shot over here. I mean, Jesus Christ, where is it? That right comes right in, and man, and how he threw the right. He literally stepped right into this shit and just fucking cracked him. Frankie, I mean, he was airborne. It reminded me of the Ngannou. It reminded me of the Ngannou punch over here. There's James O'Malley having a baby. It reminded me of, let's go back to it. Let's see where it is. I just have a lot of people kissing, men kissing and punching over there. But let's see if I can grab it. What the fuck is it? Did I pass it? What's wrong with me? I gotta get this audio fixed. I want to fucking kill myself. What the fuck is the Ngannou thing? I missed the fucking Ngannou. Where is the fucking? I don't know where the fuck I put it. Where is the fucking Ngannou thing? This is my Instagram, by the way. Before I jump aboard, check me out on Instagram, on the IG. Hit me up on the IGs. What the fuck? I don't know. Anyway, the Ngannou Overeem. I don't know how the fuck am I missing it over here. It's on here. I know it's on here somewhere. The fuck? Anyway, I don't know. Forget it. Anyway, let's go back to this over here. Yeah, Frankie Edgar, man, got cracked. Got fucking cracked. I felt for the guy. But now I'm excited. Cris, guess what? Wee! Says NH Viva Mexico. Says a death stroke. Jessie's with the beeps in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to Jessie, our moderator. She's wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, Frankie had that. An orbital. You know, now, so Justin, you're talking about the orbital fracture that Frankie had, and that's why the first Max Frankie fight didn't happen. Maybe that's the reason. Was it on his left side or his right side? I don't know, but maybe that is the reason. Maybe that fucked him up. Why all the gay porn, Cris, is Doug McGuire. There's a lot of men kisses men on there. So that's why you follow me on social. That's why you follow me, at the MMA Holes. All right, guys, thank you. 8,051.64 likes. Like the shit out of this video before I come in and I fucking grab you by your genitals. 516-522-0267. Get in on the lines. When we get 8,100 subscribers, we let the dragons loose again. Keep letting them fucking dragons loose. Frankie's a tiny 155er. Usually doesn't mean much, right? For Frankie Edgar, he usually doesn't. I mean, Frankie looked great in the first round. He looked great, and then he got caught. It happens. It fucking happens. TC took the answer's nose off. The thing I'm thinking with Max Holloway is he saw that TC's slow. Let's be honest. If there's one weakness in TC, he is slow. That's what I'm saying. 210. You're live with the MMA Holes. What's on your mind, my friend?
Chris.
What's up?
Hey, I might not know a lot about MMA, but I do know about Fortnite.
Uh-oh.
And I'll get the short busted dub.
What's that?
I'll get the short busted dub.
The short busted dub?
Yeah, we'll carry the squad to a victory.
All right, so, okay, you're saying that now on the second channel, make sure you subscribe to the second channel, not the MMA Holes, link in the description. We play Fortnite, and we can't get past second place. We're horrible. So you're saying...
Yes,
okay.
We'll get a W. We'll get a victory.
So if you join the team, now what is your PlayStation name?
It is Halliburton01.
Okay, so make sure that you send me a friend request on... I just accept everyone because I'm like a fucking idiot. But yeah, definitely send me a message on PlayStation. It's the MMA Holes over there. And we'll get that shit going. Are you a good builder? Can you shoot? Like, what is your...
Yes, I can shoot. I can shoot.
I can't do any of that. I'm really bad.
I'm a shooter.
Okay. All right, so we need a shooter on the team. All right, so...
Yeah, I got you.
All right, we'll add you, and maybe tomorrow night. We might go on live tomorrow night, so check out the second channel for that. All right, we'll see you over there.
All right.
There we go. Thanks for the call. And yeah, what he's referring to is we play this game called Fortnite. It's PS4 on our second channel. Not the MMA Holes, is we go live and we bring in the peeps, the MMA Holes. We bring you guys aboard. So yeah, you're gonna want to do that. This guy is awesome, says Darth Bane. This dude is in charge of a nerd herd. Hey, we need a ringer. We need a ringer on and our team is called the Short Bus Squad. We are so good. We are very good at video games. I'm a shooter too, says Hammer. Okay. LOL Fortnite. What damn you that bad, says Justin. Justin, I'm not bad. I'm horrible. I'm like horrific. Snort Night. I'm going pro. Hold on. Greg on Blaze says I'm going pro MIG Fortnite. Was that MLG Fortnite? I don't even know what the fuck that means. Cris is the only good at human shield and Fortnite. Yeah, Drunk Savage. Yeah, human shield. Operation Human Shield. I could build a wall. Build some stairs here and there. I'm very slow. Don't have good head movement. I could shoot, but it doesn't really happen. I don't know. 503, you're live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and where you from?
Whee!
And H, welcome to the MMA Holes Hour. What's up?
Just call in, just give you a shout out.
Shout out. Now, what did you think about my intro? I mean, that was great, huh? No sound.
Yeah, that was good. I like how you were talking. Talking. I see your lips moving, and yeah.
It's like a ventriloquist without the sound part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Ann H, welcome to the show. I'm curious to get your thoughts on UFC 222. What'd you think about that card? Did you get a chance to see it? I don't know. I know you're running around. You're like a party girl. Did you get a chance to check out them fights?
Yeah, I was at the Howie Mandel show there at the same place we usually watch the fights at, and that show sucked. So I got over too early, so I got to see like the last 3 fights. So.
Oh, okay. So you seen Howie Mandel sucked? Interesting.
Well, he was funny. It just ended too short. Maybe 30 minutes on stage. Too short for the price.
I see. So how long did he go for? He said, what, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
That is short. That's a short set. Jesus Christ. Were people booing when he left the stage? Like, what the fuck? That's all we get?
People on Oregon wouldn't shut their mouths, let him do his thing. So I was like, shut up.
Do you think Howie was just like, fuck, he was supposed to go on longer and he was just like.
Yeah, he was just going with it because, no one would, shut
wow.
up.
So they wouldn't cooperate. That's kind of cringy. We living in New York, like we go into Manhattan and we used to go to comedy clubs all the time and we would see comics get lit up from the people in the audience. So maybe Howie got a little butthurt. That's actually kind of cool. They got to see that.
Yep. Yeah, so I got to watch the last couple fights. That was good.
All right. Well, Cris Cyborg, it's inevitable. Now Ortega, if Ortega fights Holloway, who would you pick in that fight? Who you think got that one?
I'm still thinking Max, but man, that Ortega, he's a real deal. I don't think he's fake at all. That wasn't lucky with Edgar, that's for sure.
No, that wasn't lucky. Not at all. Yeah, he's very skilled, right? This kid, Brian Ortega, is very, very skilled. He's going to be moving up those rankings, and he's right there. He deserves a shot against Holloway. And I don't know, man. Like I said before, I believe in Brian Ortega. I feel he's the real deal. His speed is lacking, in my opinion. And I feel that Max is slick. He's smooth. I don't think he's going to get himself into that much trouble. Frankie had the right game plan. He just kind of got caught. He kind of got caught. But it is what it is. How about Frankie trying, with the takedowns and stuff like that? Nothing really happened there. So they kept it on the feet. And Frankie caught the L. So Brian Ortega versus Max Holloway looks like the fight that's going to happen. What is Mike H doing? What is he up to?
Hanging out.
Oh, interesting.
Relaxing.
Ooh. Is tonight's sexy time with Mike H? Is Mike H, is he wearing something sexy for you, Ann?
Yeah, always.
Is he wearing a banana hammock right now? Be honest. Yes. Yes.
Wonderful. Yes.
Yes. All right. I hope the MMA Holes makes the chat room very horny. It's a horny group in here. So I understand if you want to jump on your suitor after the stream. And Mike H, get ready because she's ready to go.
Yeah, always ready to go.
All right. I think
always.
When Mike H, when he's in that mood, I think NH needs a little bit of dodge those shots. It's like Mike's fapping.
Fap.
Yeah. Dodging bullets. All right, NH. Anything else on your mind? Yeah.
No, you got me laughing now.
All right. All right, and thank you for the call. I appreciate it. All right, there it is. And H jumping in on the MMA Holes. All right, we're going to take one more call. One more call. Thank you guys for the donations. I do appreciate it. As always, I always appreciate it. Hey, let's get this to 70 likes. What is this? What the fuck? Give me the 70 likes over here. Thank you very much for that. Let's open up the phone lines at 516-522-0267. We're going to be back live on Wednesday night. Hopefully I'll get this audio thing fixed. I think after the stream, I'm going to troubleshoot this a little bit more. And, yeah, we'll be live on Wednesday night. Maybe, just maybe, we can get Nick Newell on the show. Maybe we can get that to happen. He's a fight on Friday. All right, you are live on the MMA Holes. Last caller of the night. What's your name and where you from?
It's Gatormeister.
Gatormeister, what's up? Welcome to the show.
Well, I just wanted to, you touched on it earlier in the show, but you talked about the Hector Lombard fight, and I just wanted to give my initial reaction to it.
Okay.
When I was watching it, you could tell because he totally retaliated after that kick that CB Dalloway gave him, because I think, you know, most of the time at the end of those fights in those last 10 seconds, they just kind of stand there, you know, they don't really throw punches, but I think he felt disrespected by that kick and he wanted to retaliate. And you can see after he dropped him, he walked away and pointed back at him like, I got you, bitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, this is a thing. And I guess it could be a little controversial because when you're in the heat of the fight, and that's what Hector Lombard said, right? He said that he was just going, right? He threw a combo. He was just going. Kobe from Kobe's Corner made a great point. He was in Jessie's chat before this and said they hear the 10-second tap. So there should be a clock in their head where they know, okay, they got 10 seconds to get shit to go. As soon as that thing hits, you got to stop. But I guess we don't know. We're not in an octagon. We're not competing. We don't know what's going through these fighters' mind. So maybe Hector was just all fired up, retaliated with the 1-2, and he just pops Dalloway. Dalloway falls. Regardless of that, if it was a mistake or if he was in the heat of the moment, the problem is it is after the bell, you know? So that's the biggest problem right there. So what can we do? You know, they have to acknowledge these rules. There are a lot of times where they look past the rules and they just let the fight keep going or whatever. This is a chance. This is a time where they actually acknowledge the rule. So do you think that they should change this rule?
I mean, I don't think CB Dalloway was going to get back up after that.
No.
Like if that happened during the middle of the fight, it would have been over.
100%. 100%. And honestly, I don't think CB Dalloway was like, oh, the bell rang, I'm going to walk to my corner. He was still fighting.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think so either. It was just an unfortunate. I just don't like the fact that CB Dalloway gets a win, but it is the rules. It is what it is. All right, thank you for the call.
Hey, one more thing.
Yeah.
What do Hector Lombard and Yoel Romero both have in common?
What do they have in common?
They're both Cuban. Come on.
Oh,
I think the Cubans like to cheat.
Well, yeah. Fuck Cuba. All right. Thank you for the call. There you go. Cubans like to cheat. They're cheaters. Well, hey, I mean, I don't know. There you go. Hector Lombard, who catches an L because of a disqualification. And look at Lombard over here. Jesus Christ. Speaking of L's, we got a no contest and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row. God damn. 5 in a row. Where was the Magny fight, right? Wasn't there a, the Neil Magny fight? This shit was bonkers. I don't know if you guys remember this fight over here. It was a fight night. That was 2016. Where is it? Lombard versus Magny was the co-main event. I want to see if they have the stats for this one. This one always sticks out. Hector Lombard just blew his load in the first round. Why are we not fucking... UFC.com could lick my balls as well. Now I'm just buffering and shit. Come on, give me the fucking fight, you cunt. Anyway, how many people in the chat remember this fight? Hit me with the ones. 2016, March 19th. Look at that, March 19th. What is going on here? Why it doesn't want me to see? It goes on every fight, but not Neil Magny and Hector Lombard. Apparently, it just is like, no. It's like, hey, Chris. Hey, Chris, you're not allowed to see this over here. What the fuck? Why is it just buffering over this? Show me this. See this. See this. See this. Why is it? Why is the one fight I want to see? Anyway, the first round, Lombard was literally beating the snot out of Neil Magny, and then Neil Magny comes back and gets the win. It was a fantastic fight. It was a fun fight. Drunk Savage remembers. He remembers that shit. Shan Wood remembers it. Hector Lombard should have retired as camera rider. Well, you know what? You might see a new Bellator fighter. 2 more likes, motherfuckers, and we make the 10 more likes song play. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going to take one more call. I'll take one more. One more, and then we're done. 516-522-0267. Thank you guys for dealing with our technical difficulties, motherfuckers. I do appreciate it. This is a Monday night. Started off rocky. We had no sound. Now we have sound with popping and clicking. But who gives a fuck? It's not the mic. It's not the mixer. It's something within OBS that's just not playing nice. So I'm going to try to fix this thing up when I sign off. I'm going to go back to the drawing board because I live for this fucking show. CM Punk equals GOAT. Send me dead bodies so I may dispose of them, says Jay Smooth.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, all right. Let's see. Neil gave Hector advanced CTE that night, says Drunk Savage. Magny came back from the dead, says Shannon Wood. Yeah, I mean, that was a fun fucking fight. We've seen it so many times. That's why I like them to let these fights go a little bit longer, because we've seen, like, Neil Magny was done. You could have stopped that fight. The ref let it go, and Magny won. Magny won. Lombard just blew his load, and Magny won. So, yeah. JBH, how big of a donation would it take for you to shave your head bald? I get my tax return soon, says Jose. It's a good question, Jesse. Let me know what you think. A woman to shave her head bald, it thinks, you're welcome, NH. But for a woman to shave her head bald, it would take a lot. What would be a money? Like, there's always a price, right? There's a price for everything. There's also a price for 10 more likes. 70! Yes! I'm excited right now. 70 likes. Oh my God, I'm gonna shit my pants. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. Fuck you. Dislikes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I've got 10 more likes. I hope the dislikes die of AIDS. Let's see if we can get an answer from Jesse Bell Hill. Thank you so much for supporting the shows, guys, with the like. Make sure you share the show. You can drop it in a playlist. Do whatever the fuck you want, because you all are wonderful, wonderful. 10 more likes. Looks like Jesse's not answering that question. And, I turned the phone lines off. 516-522-0267. One more call. Who will be the last call tonight on the MMA Holes Hour? Now, remember, if you're not subscribed to the channel, 3 shows a week, motherfuckers. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We do fight reactions here. We are going to go to 9,000 subscribers. And we just keep growing. Like a penis that's excited. So ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, get on the horn. Right now at 516-522-0267. Call me. Subscribe to me. Share me. Like me. And lick my balls.
Lick my balls.
There we go. JBH, I miss that little cottage we would rent in the summer. I miss when we were young in love. So there you go. Darth Bane misses it. And Social Security. Here we go. Fuck it, one more time. Why not? What's up, Jose? Welcome back.
I'm gonna be the quiet Jose because everybody says that I yell a lot.
All right. Okay, quiet Jose. Welcome.
They're saying that I yell too much, so I'm just gonna be kind of quiet. I wanted to talk about the Hector Lombard. I think that was pretty fucking dirty because you can't hit a fucking guy after the bell. You remember Paul Daly? How he got banned out of the fucking UFC because he hit Josh Koscheck after the bell. I get it, okay? Fighting can be very emotional. But that's the thing, is that you're a fucking professional. You're not a street fighter. If you just want to go ape shit on somebody, go to your local neighborhood watering hole and pick a fight with the biggest guy in the room. I'm sure he'll fucking fight you. But when you're a professional inside of the cage and there's millions of children watching around the world, you can't hit a fucking guy after the bell. How you guys like the new and improved quiet Mexican? Fuck the wall. Peace.
There you go. All right, Jose, being the last caller of the night, says, fuck the wall. Fuck that wall. And yeah, I mean, rules are rules, guys. Now, the Paul Daly thing, I mean, that was a little different. The Paul Daly thing, I mean, he, Koscheck's a fucking prick, so I was rooting for Paul Daly there. But Paul Daly was just, the fight was over, and Paul Daly just comes back over and cracks him. So, yeah, the Paul Daly thing's a little bit different, but regardless, Hector Lombard hit him after the bell, so I concur on that one. And Jose is the last caller of the night. We got 77 lucky number 7s on the MMA Holes split personality, Jose. Let me call after this is Darth Bane. All right. All right, hit me with the ones if you want a Darth call. If you want a Darth call in, hit me with the unos in the chat, and then we will end it immediately. Speak more quickly, says Niall. That's not nice. I am a trisexual. Animals, plants, and humans, says Steve Johnson. What about the Durandamy home fight? So CAMERAMAN brings up a good point. UFC 208, Ronda Rousey. Jermaine Durandamy, which I was there, versus Holly Holm. It was late. The shots were late. They let it go. Now, if Holly Holm couldn't fight, she would have won. If she said, that shot sucked, I can't fight. I can't, and she would have won the fight. So maybe she should have done that. But Holly Holm was tough, and she kept going. And they were late hits. They weren't as severe, though, as, I mean, they did damage. They were elbows. But the Hector Lombard thing, I mean, Dalloway went fucking flying to the floor, cross-eyed. So late hit's a late hit. If Holly Holm would have, I mean, and she didn't get a point taken away during me either, if I'm not mistaken. So that is a weird situation over there. So good point over there. Who was that? Kamen Rider? That was a good point over there. But you have to enforce the rules, right? You're awesome. All right, here we go. You are live with the MMA Holes. What's your name and where you're from?
It's fucking Darth Jose, dick. I don't know where the fuck I'm from, fool.
Oh, my God. Darth Jose, welcome to the show. All right, what's going on?
I gotta say something, dog.
Yeah.
Let me say something, fool.
Yeah.
So I was just in the backyard right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of crystal meth?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, I smoked a shit ton of that shit, fool.
Yeah?
So I'm calling in 3 times in a row, dick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What the fuck you think?
I didn't know that. Well, listen, you're probably one of my favorite Mexicans besides Mexican Deicide and maybe Jessie and some other Mexicans in there. But you are probably my favorite Mexican on the show. But is it because you're saying it's because of the crystal meth is why you're
It's
shot
because I smoke meth, bro.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
shit, am I loud? I don't even know how loud I am, fool.
All right. So there you go. Darth Jose calling in. Now, Darth Jose, is Travolta around or is he sleeping?
I don't know where he is. I mean, what the fuck you talking about?
All right. All right, Darth Jose, thank you for the call. I'll see you in oh, by the way, fuck you. All right, so anyway, I was going to ask him about our caller. We're done. The show is over. The show is fucking over. I have to end this shit, and I have to clip out the intro. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate you coming back and acting like fucking savages. Fucking savages. Jose, thank you for the calls, and everyone else who called in. I do appreciate that. You guys are wonderful, wonderful. That's right. We have the MMA Holes Hour every Monday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We are here. We are live. Consistency. We are probably one of the most consistent shows on YouTube. Jessie Bell Hill as well, our moderator. Check that out. Hear that, Craig? I'm his favorite Mexican, says JBH. So there you go. They're having a Mexican off in the chat. Make sure you subscribe to Jessie Bell Hill and Kobe from Kobe's Corner. There is, I want to show it so bad. I'm going to show, here, I'm going to drop a link in the chat over here. I'm going to do my boy Kobe a favor over here. Okay, so let's go over to YouTube. All right, so Kobe from Kobe's Corner, he made a boo-boo, right? he made a little bit of a boo-boo, and he kind of streamed a little of a UFC fight and got shut down. So now he doesn't have live streaming until April. There's a link in the description to his, and here is his breakdown over here of Brian Ortega, okay, and T-City. Okay, so here it is, Frankie Edgar. No, hold on. Brian Ortega versus Frankie Edgar. Okay, here it is. I'm going to drop him a like, too. What the fuck? I'm going to put this link over here. This is on his second channel. If you guys want to see Kobe's breakdown, drop the link in the chat right now. After the stream is done, all right, I want you guys to let me know what you think should be on the Cube of Doom or the Dice from Death, or this is going to be on Food Court Friday every time we I want you to know what should be the consequence on this thing. The underwear in the head, the drawing on the face, I don't know. Humming a song, singing a song, picking your nose. I don't know what the fuck. Just give me some ideas. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. And we will put it on here, the comments, when the show shuts down. So we're going to shut the show right down right now. I'm going to drop a link in the chat to Kobe's little video over here. It's a good breakdown of the Frankie Edgar Ortega fight. You guys definitely want to see that. And thank you for watching. I'll see you Wednesday night. And on the second channel, motherfuckers, Fortnite, I'll be playing Not the MMA Holes. Link in the description. I'll see you over there. Maybe tomorrow night. Possibly tomorrow night. Always remember, don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.